10party photos of celeb parents who forgot how old they are. 10 Emma Bunton. There was a time when it would have been unheard of to see the Spice Girls hanging out together, as their breakup and supposed hatred for each other was so well documented, but that didn't stop them from appearing at Victoria Beckham's birthday party. It was Posh Spice who actually uploaded this image. While she doesn't look too bad, which you would expect from someone like her, Bunton isn't looking too great here. Not only does she look like she's had a little too much, it would seem that the party girl has decided to let herself get a little wild with her clothing, presumably unbuttoning her shirt more and more as the night went on. Throw in the fact that she has her hair in bunches and you've got yourself a drunk celeb parent. 9 Tom Hanks. Okay, so we have since found out that this was actually staged, but that doesn't mean we couldn't include it for 2 very important reasons. First of all, it's Tom Hanks being absolutely amazing. Secondly, just because it was staged doesn't mean that Hanks isn't drunk in the photograph. We like to think that this guy met Hanks while he was absolutely smashed. They got to talking and they thought up this scheme while they were annihilated. We all know that you come up with your best schemes and jokes when you're drunk. Also, Hanks is one of the only celebrity parents out there that we think can get away with this sort of behavior. He's proven himself to be awesome enough to be allowed to do it. 8 Ozzy Osbourne. There are some people out there who, despite having achieved other things during their fame, are pretty much known for their ability to drink alcohol and take substances. Ozzy Osbourne is one of those people. Sure, the guy has made a lot of music that so many people love and appeared on a reality television show that some people love, but he will always be known for what this man has managed to do to his body. He is showing how he's paying for it these days, but this celeb parent was holding up pretty well back in the past, as you can see by this image. There's clearly not much going on behind the eyes, his entire vibe coming off as someone who doesn't truly know where they are, but he's still managing to hold it together enough to actually keep talking to someone impressive. 7 Kris Jenner. If keeping up with the Kardashians has taught us anything, it's that there's nothing normal about being part of a famous family or dynasty. These people live lives that we will never understand and many of us really don't want, but that doesn't mean they don't like a good party like us. Here we can see Kris Jenner on her birthday being driven, presumably home, after a night out with way too much alcohol. Honestly, this actually makes us warm up to Jenner a little bit. It's nice to know that, like us normal people, the Kardashians sometimes go out and drink way too much, too. You can have all the money in the world, but alcohol and substances will still affect you in the same as everyone else. 6 Katie Price. It's no surprise to anybody who has seen her in the media eye that there was a time when Katie Price was absolutely on it, going out as much as she wanted and being a total party girl. It was an image that she carefully cultivated if you ask us, as it made the lads she was appealing to with her various plastic surgeries and choice of career feel like she was just one of them, like any woman that they would meet on a night out. She wanted to stay relevant in pop culture and felt the need to act like a fool to gain attention. Sad part is, she's got 5 kids at home. 5 Justin Timberlake. Does it come as a surprise to anyone that Justin Timberlake is a bit of a party boy, liking to down a few and then heading out for a bit of a laugh? We aren't surprised. The guy has spent his entire career being lusted after and making so much money that it was only inevitable that he would head out to spend that money on fun and look for the nearest woman. Is there any man out there that could say they would do differently in his position? We would like to know how his stock has gone down since his most recent album promo that has been totally slated by the internet, but we're sure there are still women who would jump at the chance to be with this man, whether he's drunk or not. 4 Holly Willoughby. Believe it or not, but this is actually a visibly drunk woman on live morning television. Yes, this woman went out the night before to an awards ceremony and returned still drunk from the night before, in the clothes she'd worn for the ceremony as well. Honestly, we kind of respect this level of disrespect for your job. If any normal person did this with their job, they'd be out immediately, but this celebrity parent knows that the people in charge can't get rid of her, so it's perfectly fine for her to turn up on no sleep and still reeking of gin. In a way, this is the first time we've wished we were famous, as it would let us turn up with a beer and a kebab, knowing that these people couldn't get rid of us. That is a crazy amount of freedom and power. 3 Goldie Hawn. Mate, we've all been there, falling into the back of a cab, wondering how bad you look and not being able to see through your own hair. We feel for Goldie Hawn here. She's just been caught at a bad moment that we've all found ourselves in the past. If you're the kind of person who doesn't drink, then you just can't understand how normal this level of drunkenness really is. This is a woman who has had a great night, although she might have regretted it the next morning when she feels awful and her daughter gets in touch with her to know that a drunken image of her is now making its way through the internet. 2 Reese Witherspoon. If you didn't see, Reese was recently caught up in a viral storm after getting in a bit of a fight with a police officer when she got behind the wheel after a few, so it should be no surprise to see her partying it up in this image. The woman clearly likes to get drunk, which nobody can blame her for. Even though she has kids, she likes to go out and party. Sadly, as we've already mentioned, Reese can be a little bit of a diva when she drinks. Let's hope her kids don't follow in her footsteps and learn from their mom's mistakes. 1 Mel B. Can you believe that we've technically got 3 Spice Girls on this list? Despite the fact that all of the girls like a drink or two by the looks of things, it's Mel B who can't handle her alcohol. Either that or she just happened to take it too far on the night somebody captured this fantastic image of her husband keeping her stable while they get into a car. Honestly, if you can find someone who will look after you without any sass when you're absolutely smashed out of your mind, then you should hold on to them for as long as possible and appreciate them for it. That person will help you through some pretty tough times, and we aren't just talking about when you end up with a killer hangover in the morning either.